Controlling COVID-19 with APCO Immunotherapy. First, preventing viral infection by boosting the immunity of the epithelial mucosal barrier to stop the virus from passing through and infecting body cells. Second, when the viruses have infected body cells, eliminate the viruses by enhancing the efficacy of killer T cells. APCO innovation stimulates T helper 1 and T helper 17 to increase several times in 15 days with 4 capsules a day. The increase in T helper 1 is evident by the increase of interferon gamma and the increase of TNF-alpha. You can see in the tested group, interferon gamma increased by 3 times compared to the control group, whereas TNF-alpha increased by double as compared with the control group. Both substances are antiviral. TNF-alpha inhibits cancer growth and virus replication by stimulating the activities of macrophage and other immune cells. Interferon gamma has anti-cancer, antibacterial, antiprotozoal, and antivirus activities. The increase in T helper 17 is evident by the increase of interleukin 17 and interleukin 22. Secreted by T helper 17. You can see here in the tested group, interleukin 17 increased by 5 times compared to the control group. Interleukin 22 increased by more than 10-fold as compared to the control group. And both substances are antiviral. Interleukin 17 and 22, secreted by T helper 17, in epithelial cells, recruit neutrophils to attack microbes and inducing antimicrobial peptides. The virus cannot pass through the mucosal barrier to infect body cells. Here we see a virus entering the respiratory tract. It cannot pass through the mucosal barrier as a result of interleukin 17 and interleukin 22. Let's look at the illustration. Here you have the respiratory tract and the mucosal barrier on both sides. Interleukin 17 and 22 prevent viruses from passing through to infect body cells. Here, viruses coming in stop at the mucosal barrier. They cannot pass through the mucosal barrier. This is the effective way of preventing infection. This is again the most effective way to prevent virus infection. The efficacy to prevent viral infection has been proven by the obvious drop in the number of consumers infected with the flu after using APCO innovation. Among 52 HIV-infected children at Bang Gerda Orphanage who took 4 to 6 capsules a day, for those who caught the flu more than 3 times a year, the number dropped from 79 to 0%. For those who did not catch the flu all year round, the number increased from 0 to 83%. Among 303 general consumers who took 2 to 9 capsules a day, for those who caught the flu more than 3 times a year, the number dropped from 46% to 4.3%. And for those who did not catch the flu all year round, the number increased from 5.9% to 58%. When some viruses pass through mucosal barrier to infect body cells, the infected body cells and the viruses inside will be disintegrated by killer T cells which were enhanced by T helper 1 and T helper 17. Both T helper 1 and T helper 17 enhance the activity of killer T cells to disintegrate the virus-infected cells. Killer T cell recognizes that the body cell is infected by the virus from the antigen on the surface of the infected cell membrane. The killer T cell binds to the infected cell and injects granzymes into the infected cell. The infected cell and virus inside disintegrate together. This is the most effective way to eliminate the viruses. It is the same way that eliminates SARS and MERS viruses, which are also coronaviruses. The efficacy in eliminating viruses is evident among the HIV and AIDS infected. Rapidly reduced HIV load in 1 month from 1,090,000 to only 850 copies per milliliter, a drop of 99.9%, from 1,787,091 to 46 copies per milliliter, again a drop of 99.9%. Reduced HIV to the undetected level without using antiviral drugs, which is a state of HIV functional cure. Here we see Mr. L, HIV undetected over 6 months, Mr. K, HIV undetected over 12 months, and Mr. M, HIV undetected over 4 years. Reduced HIV and save life of patients in the final stage of AIDS. Miss A has AIDS with cancer in the brain, abdomen, and spinal cord. Her quality of life has become normal after using the capsule. She went back to work for more than 26 months. Mr. C, who has AIDS with fungal and other microbial infections, he has been free from all infections for over 3 years. APCO Innovation provides the immunotherapy that prevents virus infection and eliminates viruses from the body. Vaccine is another solution to the problem, but virus can mutate rapidly to other strains. A new vaccine will need to be developed repeatedly, but APCO Immunotherapy can always effectively prevent and eliminate all viruses, no matter how many times they have mutated. This is the best method for controlling viruses.